Play walkthrough for Sword of the Stars Till End of Time. Sword of the Stars, holy crap. That's sleep deprived my brains. Star Ocean, not Sword of the Stars. Probably gonna be streaming for an hour and a half-ish. It's probably about right. About till 10:30. So today's been a hell of a day as far as this game goes. So after I finished streaming earlier, I went off and did some stuff for other projects, and then came back and did some of that off-screen work that I said I was gonna do to get things, get us so I wouldn't get totally and utterly pwned by Moonbase. So I did that. I got up to, I got my full up to 380,000. Then I made a bunch of orichalcum and some other high-level weaponry. And then I paused the game, went back and worked on stuff some more. Came back and found that my controllers would not sync to my PS4. So, and I spent maybe about 35 minutes trying to get them to resync. Even went as far as to try and get my keyboard from my other room, my computer, bring it over here and try and get the PS4 to recognize it that way, because what had happened was that one of the steps that normally you would do to get it to reconnect with the controllers is to put it into sleep mode, then turn it back on with the controller so it would link up. The problem is that if you do that, you have to log back in with the controller to get back into the system. Now, if I had just waited and used the keyboard before then, well, it wouldn't really have mattered. I would have been able to deal with it. Since I did that, I couldn't get logged back in, so I had to eventually resign to the fact that I had to restart my PS4, so I hadn't saved anything from that, and so that all got wiped out. God. So, I proceeded to do this again, this whole process again. I get to the last part where I'm going to do the last round of smithing invention, and the game crashes. Again, haven't saved. So I'm like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I'm not going to throw my PS4 out a window. I'm not going to go murder the developers of the PSN version. It's fine. So then I was like, okay, deal with this after. So after it comes. And that's where we're at now. So I'm actually going to go save first, because I don't want to have any issues. And actually I'm glad all that stuff happened, because this time was awesome. I managed to get up to 580,000 full off of the whole building of certain types of items. So what you need to do is you want to build lower 6,000s to mid 5,000s on smithery inventions. The reason for it is because if you get the right spots, you can get Cupid staves. Those sell for 11,000 each, and will actually get you a lot more money overall than just regular stuff. But it's so you have well, actually I have a bunch of that stuff in my item equipment list right now, so I think we can look at it through here. Yeah. So stuff like, say, Claws of Judgment, Ice Blades, rune swords, Cupid's staff, that kind of stuff. You can make that pretty, not easily, but it's marginally okay, I guess. Normally they'll do it within one or two cycles, which still means you're coming out 1,000 to 2,000 above if you go for 2 rounds, 2 cycles of the development. Yeah, so I got to that, and then I started just making stuff, and then while I was doing that, I just figured, you know what, I'm just going to take Cliff, Albel, and the other guy, whatever his name is, not Boyd, but Gusto. And I'm just gonna let them do whatever the hell they want to. So every time I go through, they'd have something. I'd either put it up to like a 7,000 or a high 6,000, or just let them do whatever in the lower range. I ended up making Radiant Sword, Vine Slay, Death Talons, and I think the Flash Gauntlets are actually a weaker weapon. But I made some pretty awesome stuff doing that. The Vine Slay is actually Fate's strongest weapon that you can get without having to deal with any optional end-of-game bonus bosses or dungeons. Not sure about the Flash Gauntlets. I think those are crap. Yeah, those are 120s. I tried to make his Mithril Gauntlets, but you can't do it without Void. Because, oh, you technically can, but the problem is that Gusto, plus whoever else you have that's highest on Smithery, doesn't have enough skill to make them easily, so that's one of the main problems. So I'm going to go sell some of the stuff that we made. All the claws, well, all but one of the Claws of Judgment, all but one of the Ice Blades, the Radiant Sword. Well, first, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and register all this stuff if it hasn't been registered already.
Has everyone been in the suit? Are you sure this is the item? Okay then, I'll have it evaluated.
I was trying to make the Philosopher's Stone, but it's impossible to do without, even with Misty Lee, I couldn't do it. So I'm not sure how you're supposed to make that thing.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item. File as soon as you can. Are you sure this is the... Okay then, I'll have it evaluated.
I have no clue how many Orichalcums, but I think I have like 8 or 9 Orichalcums. Death Talons. No, I'm not sure about Death Talons. I'm not sure if those are Alvel's strongest weapon or not.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item.
No, those are 200 attack.
Fabulous review!
The Claw of Judgment are the
Once we test the market,
stronger
we'll
ones.
decide the quantity to distribute. Please be patient.
And even those only go to 900 attack. The other two more powerful are in bonus dungeons, so
there isn't anything for which you can file.
it's fine. Okay, now let's go sell this stuff. So what I'm planning to do is we're going to take all the existing weaponry that Fate and Alvel had, synthesize those into the new ones, and add the Orichalcum on top. Since we couldn't build anything for Cliff, we'll just put stuff on top of what he already has. I'm not going to do anything for... Yeah, I have 8 Orichalcum. I'm not going to do anything for Nell's weapon yet, so... Rune Blade, Steel Earth, we're going to keep these two. Radiant Sword. Yeah, 200, 900. So I'm going to sell this. Flash Gauntlets, yes, we'll sell those. Ice Blades, we'll sell one of those. Death Talons, we'll sell those. All but one Claw of Judgment. Sell the Cupid's Staff. And Damas Gauntlet will keep. How much? 10-7? It's not too bad, I guess. Steel Earth, that's Alvel's, okay. So that gives us a nice floor of 333k to work with on synthesizing. Which should be enough for what we want to do. Especially now that we have the stronger weapon for Fate. It'll be easier to get him up to 2,000 that way. But we have to see how much it'll cost to actually synthesize it, so I'm not sure how much. Let's go ahead and pull these guys off. For sure we want to have Sophia and Maria both in this one because that'll be a minus 10% cost. Okay, synthesizing. I want to do the Vine Slay. And into that, the Rune Blade. So, if I'm right, it's only going to do one of the perks, so it'll only do one of the 500s. But it should be less than doing Orichalcum. Maybe. Maybe this weapon just doesn't take as much to synthesize for on cost. Oh, damn. Well, it didn't actually do any of those things. Crap. Oh well, that's fine. So we have Orichalcum for Vine Slay. Use no other items Orichalcum. So all it'll take will be 2 of these, I think. 900 plus 5. Well, but if I want to go 2000, it'd be 3. Which you probably could do. Be enough to do with there. We'll do 2 for now, though, and then we'll see, because we also need to have other stuff we need to do for other characters. So we'll just do 2 for now. Looks like the price doesn't go up. It's still $39.2. Interesting. It'd be nice if it was a fixed cost. That way we could more accurately plan this out. Alright, so now we're done with that. Synthesize. Call Judgment. And we're going to put the Steeled Earth into that. Okay, so this one should be just the 500. What I'm wondering, let me see. If we let it go multiple times, will it actually do more than one of the bonuses? Synthesizing, it's at the end of this item list, or craft, invention list thing. Specify plan, no. Synthesis. Attachment order. Okay, so you can only have a max of 8 factors on an item, so there's a limit. So... Well, it doesn't say that that's how it works, but if it's always successful the first time, I guess it's because it's built within the framework of the system, existing system, so. It would just be interesting to see if you could actually pull off more than one attribute if you let it continue. We may try that with Cliff's weapon next time we do any synthesizing. Alright, so then we need to go back to Call of Judgment. And we need to throw in an Orichalcum. Alright. So again, we'll need to do an... oh wait, we already have 1. So he might already be where he needs to be. Let's have a look at the weapon stats. And their natural attack power should also push them over 200 from that point. Or 2,000 from that point. Let's check, yeah, so 2,100. Yeah, we'll do one more on Abel's. His attack is not quite as high. Oh, I didn't sell the other stuff. Maybe I don't want to sell it though. Maybe that's... so I have some elemental armor that I made. Or at least it did. Maybe that's... Doesn't only go on to... Okay, it goes on to elemental leather. It's actually not much better than what he has on the carbonite armor, but adds elemental defense, which is interesting. Okay, so... Yes, I want to continue to make some more stuff. Synthesis... Oops. Ah, come on. Okay, there we go. Call of Judgment. Or Calcum. And... yeah, so it does increase. I don't know why it didn't seem to increase with Fates. Maybe it's because that one lightning emitting thing is not that big a deal. And then we need Eclipse, which we should have enough. Money to work with. So... the Damask Gauntlets, right? Damask Gauntlets have a base attack of 200, so 700, 1200. We need another 2 times to get near 2000. Well, that's not considering his own natural attack power. Let's do one more, because that's pretty much all we can put on there. Jeez. And then we'll see where he's at. Oh yeah, no, we can't do another one after this, so this will have to be where he's at. Spent a little bit too much money making equipment and stuff. That's fine. The whole goal is to get them near 2000, preferably over, but not necessarily over. So, Cliff. Okay, cool. It actually is over. Barely, but it is over. It's way over. Holy crap. And then, of course, Fate is there. Probably not enough to put another one on there. No, I know we don't have enough. Well, let me see. Let's go, first I want to save. So I don't trust this game not to pull a massive troll operation and crash or something. And then we'll go sell this other armor that I have. It's not going to amount to much, but it might be enough to get Fate one more Orichalcum onto his weapon. Um... 6,000, we'll keep those two, I guess. We got 53, so let's go see if that's enough. If it isn't, maybe we'll try making a few more, some more stuff through Smithery just to get it on there. So it would only take one round of smithing to get what we need for that, probably. Right. almost out of synthesis materials too, so you gotta be careful of that. Whoops, I gotta actually unequip his weapon first. It always helps when you're going to screw around with them. Ah, God. So annoying. Okay, there. Right, and we want to put a calcum onto it. Perfect. We'll have 10,000 left over. Do it. This will put him at 2,600 attack power, I think. Okay. Equipment, right, and blind slate, 2604. Alright, and now let's go grab... No, I don't want to do anything with that. Let's go grab some fresh sage, blueberries, blackberries, all that stuff. So we have stuff to heal with, and to revive with. It's part of why we got owned over there, so didn't have anything to revive with. Oh yeah, we did, never mind. We just got owned so fast I couldn't keep up with the ownage. Still, we need to get some more blackberries and blueberries and stuff, so that'll up. When we come back next time, I'll work on getting all of the back to Elocor too, because we'll be back here in, I won't say short order, but it's not too distant future. I'll work on getting, I think at that point you can get all the different inventors. Okay, so it's after a specific event that you can get all the different inventors, but it is when we come back here. Alright, now we gotta go back to... all the way back to the... Curlsa Fields area to get to the teleport back to Gemity. Okay. And then we'll go over to the moon base and see if, you know what? I just realized something. The reason why we got our arses handed to us, I didn't take the Gutsy Bunny off him. Holy crap. No wonder. So I have no clue what we would have gotten from those guys if we had managed to beat them. So this thing like boosts the experience you get, and you get like massive experience from those guys. Holy crap! I just realized that like right this second that we had that I had that on him still, and that's why we got totally owned. Still though, getting the weapons up this high is good because it'll help us kill those things a lot faster. Won't have to deal with all the friggin' missiles being shot up our arses, and we won't lose the gauge as much. Now, what to replace it with? That's a good question. I always wonder what that actually does. I haven't tried it yet. So what do I want to give them? Bunny shoes, movement rates increased, plus of 1. Actually adds defense. Interesting. Mind and lifesaver. This concede product. Charm of insight, critical rate. Adds water defense, so I'll put that back on him. But I will equip on Fate that bunny thing charm real quick. Gravitaire, Chalice. So I have no clue what actually happens. I want to see what happens. Let's see. Enter our command.
I could use a little sparring practice. That was easy.
Said enter our command. And I did, and nothing seemed to happen. Maybe it's not that kind of command. I'll leave it on there and see what happens. Somebody like did 10,000 damage. That was crazy. I think it was Alba. Granted, these guys are pretty weak defensively, but still. 10,000 damage. It's not like that hasn't happened before, but still. So you don't usually see that coming up from like a regular special attack. And you might see that from aerial assault or something, not from just like whatever shockwave thing he used. Alright, so it's gonna be on this side, if I remember correctly. Yeah. We'll go and actually fight this guy. Usually I try to stay away from him.
Shotgun blast!
Moron, know your enemy before you strike the first.
Okay. That'd be funny if that guy stepped on thing and got teleported back to that enemy. Nah, I probably wouldn't get the game. Well, the game, yes, but the theoretical conception of the game being the Eternal Sphere wouldn't allow it to happen. I don't know why I came back out for it. That's stupid. Blah 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 blah. I do want to turn that skip scene setting off now because it is no longer required nor wanted. Alright, now we shouldn't have such a hard time. God. I had completely forgotten that I don't have that on. And now you see why they warned me against using it for, you know, stronger enemies. They will mess you up. So. Oh, right. Not this one. Oh, it's right over there, okay. We wanted to get this one. Habitation zone. Alright.
Real fight!
Aldo's still taking a lot of damage, although he is a lower level now. Yeah, you missed it. Just have to focus on healing him after we kill these guys. This guy's still taking a bit to kill. There we go. Oh wow, that might kill him. Let's make sure we get Aldo back up before Cliff lands that nuclear thing. Good. That's
Too
right.
late for regrets.
So what is up with Aldo? Oh, elemental. Okay, elemental leather. So that's interesting. He took way more damage than I thought he would. So that must have. Well, it adds elemental defense. It must have some sort of drawback in terms of physical defense. And so when there's one of them, it's easy now. When there's two of them, it's like a friggin' nightmare. So one of these, or those guys, yeah, no. Never mind. I thought it was one of these guys. Over there. He's over here. I still have to fight one of those guys. So.
Bring it on! Shockwave swirl!
Spear of might! Aerial assault! Too late for regrets. Wait a sec. I'm not getting too strong, am I?
Oh, they might be able to access the rabbits. Well, it's not so much the attack power, it's the problem with the HP. If we get a few more levels here... Ah, come on, seriously. Friggin' camera. If we get a few more levels here... And Albo's really the weak link here, but... If we get a few more levels for Clip and Fate, you might be able to take those guys out now with a stronger weaponry. But you stop dodging.
It doesn't matter how many maggots you've got. I'll crush them all.
Okay. So I have two symbologists that know heal. Now what is up with Fate? I used that, okay, so I must not have used it. I used it and didn't save it, and, yeah, okay. So I must have used it, then, like, died or something and didn't save the fact when we used it, so that's why it wasn't showing up before. I guess that makes sense. Well, I got like 4 or 5 now that no healing, so won't have an issue there.
Real find the moves. Blade of Fury. Air slash.
That wasn't too bad.
Easy.
Quite a bit of full. It's nothing like when we were doing the crafting and selling, but it's not that for battle rewards.
Real find the move. That was fun.
The main benefit here is for Albo. You really won't get too much on Cliff or Fate, I don't think. Okay, at least get Albo up to the high 30s.
Yeah, real fight.
Wait, I'll go easy.
Shockwave swirl. That was easy. There's more where that came from. Lots more.
Probably shouldn't just like totally wipe them out so quickly, so I can build the gauge up. But again, these guys might end up still breaking it because they're still PETA to deal with.
Here I go.
Anytime you hear that high pinging noise, that means it's a critical attack. And you hear that almost all the time from these guys.
Blade of Fury. Spear of might. It doesn't matter how many maggots you've got. I'll crush them all.
The main thing is Cliff's
Here I go.
aerial assault skill. That thing seems to be able to take these guys out quickly. The problem is actually getting it to land.
Want some?
If we get Cliff to reliably aerial assault at the beginning of the battle with 2 of those guys, because they're usually like right next to each other at the very beginning of the battle. Not next to each other, but you know, on top of and inside of each other because they spawn weirdly. We could do that without, you know, messing up the gauge. Or I could take control of Cliff and do that, but... So thoughts for how we could pull off some faster leveling. First we gotta get the gauge full though.
A worthy opponent. Bring it on!
I have no clue what even happening, but I keep on getting bloody stunned from morons fast filling fury gauge.
No one will be able to stand up to me at this rate.
Surprised we're getting so many levels on Cliff and Fate. Alright, let's see what we got for skill points now. So 86 for Fate. Alright, 176 for Albel. Perfect. Alright, oh, we have to redo Addery, okay. So as mentioned before, Addery is going to be kind of the tank, so I'm going to focus more on HP and MP for him over attack and defense. Addery, I guess, not Addery. Okay.
Looks like an even match. Shockwave Blade of Fury. That was fun.
Yes, really fun getting blasted with missiles in the face. Should do it more often.
Real fighting the move. Shockwave Blade of Fury! Aerial assault! It's not the great who are strong. It's the strong who are great.
So, can I set the leader? Maybe it's just a matter of changing the formation. I forgot all about this. You can actually change how they're set up on the battlefield here. I completely forgot about this. Escape. Now for tactics, do that and do nothing. Wait, what's Albel's attack? Okay, that's what it says. Same thing with everybody. So for Cliff, what is so short? Is there a long? Can we do it from a long distance? We can. Okay. Or well, I don't know. It was there, but I don't know if it was available. It is. Okay, good. I'd rather do it from a long distance. That way we don't have to get so close and get missiles up the posterior in the process. Alright, now we're gonna see what we can do with Cliff here in terms of goosing our battle damage.
A worth it, huh?
Let's take him on.
Air slash! Ouch! Aerial assault! Aerial assault!
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
Nice, got them all at once. The only bad part is that Cliff was the character doing a lot of healing before. Now that won't may not necessarily happen during battle as much. Fate should pick up with that though. He has healing as well, and the AI shouldn't differentiate between the different characters if they're set the same way. Plus they are, so we'll see what happens.
Here I go!
Oh god. I could hit one of them though.
Too late for regrets.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Stone Rain, huh? It's all about timing and placement of the attack.
I'll go easy on you.
What was that?
Too late for regrets.
Some battle trophy. 5 hours in battle, holy crap. It's actually kind of hilarious, it tracks your battle time that way. So, all things equal, we should get our gauge filled here, and hopefully not broken.
A worth it, huh? Bring it on! Hard destruction! Shockwave swirl!
Spear of fight!
Aerial assault! Shockwave swirl!
Get a load of this!
Oh, nice. We did get the experience.
Power seethes within me.
Nice. Got the triple experience right off the bat. Now this should be very interesting. If we get the double one, then I'm pretty sure we're gonna break the gauge like instantly if we get the double. Because they, well, for whatever reason, when you're fighting two of them, they get crazy, bloody, frigging critical attack bonuses out the in-game.
Wait, I'll go easy on you.
Shockwave swirl! Sidekick!
Holy crap, I actually did it.
Just
Oh! 11,000. That is awesome.
Oh yeah!
There we go, that's how I feel right now. It's like, awesome. Evil laugh time. So we're gonna get some levels here. Question is, can we keep it without breaking it now? That was kind of
Here I
a
go!
anomalous battle right now. Answer fulfilled right there, boom.
Get a
Pretty
load of
stupid.
this! Too late for regrets.
That rocket attack is like super awesome, critical, causing nonsense right there. I'm pretty sure the developers put it in for no other reason than to break your bonus gauge if you're fighting these guys trying to get a lot of levels. That's really the only reason they make it do so many critical attack hits. It's just to piss you off when you're
bring it on!
trying to do some actual decent leveling in a place where you can actually do it. You're like, nah. We're gonna totally mess you over.
Shockwave swirl! That was fun!
So, I'll take the one-time 11,000 experience points. That was like boss level experience.
too late.
Thank you for taking all the rockets to the face for me, Outlaw and Fate. Fulfilled your role as cannon fodder. If only you had done that on the last
Here I go.
battle with that guy. So the only reason the gauge broke is because Cliff got hit by that stuff. If I had been able to dodge it somehow. I only got one of them.
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
Alright. So where are we levels wise? 38 for Outlaw, that's pretty good. Skill setup status, 140. So we could do one on attack, we could do one on HP, we could do one MP and one on defense, maybe 140. Increase max HP by 1700, increase attack by who knows how much, some random unknowable amount. Increase MP by 140, or increase whatever the hell this does. Let's put it on health. Alright, for Cliff. Definitely going to be on... I'd like to do it on attack, but I don't have enough yet. How much does he need to his... Well, yeah, okay, almost 20,000 experience to the next level for him, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, let me see. It's like, what, 4,000 or 5,000? It's like 5,500 something if it's 11,000 with a... No, it's triple, not double. So it's like 4 or something. So, maybe after 4 battles against all the enemies that we're fighting currently. Just don't know whether to hold it or not. Let's wait on that and deal with Outlaw first. It's got almost 200 points to use here. Oh, okay. His points are done. His points are done. He's on humming. Yeah, should be on humming. Does he have anything new? Double slash? Let's replace critical hit with that. Or a wall. 2 times the damage. That's one of his most damaging skills is Air Slash. Then you use Palm of Destruction. So that's a plus only skill, right? No. Is that a long? Oh, it's a long skill, okay. Can I put double slash here? Oh wow, that's a 6 CP skill though. Yikes. No, I won't do that yet. Shock dice roll. Oh, that's interesting. Fate has more health than Cliff now. Because I've been loading stuff on his HP setup. That's why. Yeah, he's like level 10, isn't he? Level 9, and Fate, Cliff's at level 7, so I think that's probably then a good place to put it. Be on HP. It's 10,000, 9,000, 8,000. They might be able to survive against stuff that sticks now. Let's try and get Albel to 40 first. And also, we'd probably get more experience fighting the two those like smaller robot guys. Gotta go find that place again. This is cooking materials, isn't it? Wasn't it? Yeah, ingredients. And we still can't use them, or can't collect them. So I haven't used any cooking ingredients. So I think we need to go up that way. This way? Maybe it is this way. Oh, that's another store. Yeah, here we go, this way. Let's see now. Where were these guys at? Not here, but somewhere similar to this. That doesn't go through, does it? This side does, though. No, this is where we just were. Damn. In a giant circle. Wasn't this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go.
Let's take him on.
Oh, that damn thing.
It doesn't matter how many maggots you've got.
So yeah, with triple XP, we'll get some around 6,000 from those guys. That'd just be like 3 battles to level up Cliff and Fade at this point. Maybe 4.
Haha, real fine in the mood. Hammer of Force! Freeze! Yes! Spear of Might! Spear of Might! Just another word.
It's not quite as good experience as the other guys, but we're also not going to lose the gauge instantly either, hopefully. I know those guys do have some skills that can break the gauge, but from playing with Cliff and doing the longer attack patterns, then instead of going closer for the aerial, it's easier to avoid.
Shockwave swirl! Aerial assault! Air slash! Air slash! Freeze! Spear of Might!
Too late for regrets.
Okay. And the best thing is there's no bloody rockets flying everywhere.
Here I go!
Bring it on! Aerial assault!
Spear of
Sideways
light!
swirl! Sideways swirl! Ouch! Shockwave swirl!
Spear of light!
It doesn't matter how many maggots you've got.
Okay, so saying it doesn't matter how many maggots you've got, I'll crush them all. Okay, that makes more sense. Couldn't figure out what the subject of that statement was.
Real fight!
Spear of light!
Shotgun! Blast! Shockwave swirl! Shotgun! Blast! That was fun!
Alright, almost got the gauge full. The only annoying thing about these guys is those stupid friggin' mini-bot things that just counterattack everything with that long-range gunfire that interrupts every friggin' thing you could ever possibly do. I didn't see what we got for the bonus. So.
Get a load of this!
Nice.
Moron, know
That's
your
the
enemy
full.
before you strike the first blow.
Greatest!
Well, that still's okay. I need more full anyway, so. Yeah, already up to 100,000 full. Crazy. I think it's almost leveled up too. Nice. Okay, what level does he get? Dimension door. 50, okay. So 4 levels. We definitely want to have that for one of the upcoming areas because the enemies are so friggin' strong that that skill really will help out a lot. So we got some MP to heal down here, sure. Then we'll use them to heal with. Alright, let's see if we can get the triple XP going. May take a few battles to get that bonus.
Here I go!
Looks like an even... Aerial assault! Shotgun!
Get a load of
Shockwave swirl!
Get a load of this! Moron, know your enemy before you strike the first blow.
Cliff's aerial assault skill is the new aerial skill of the Ursa Lava Caves. You can kill everything in pretty much 1 or 2 hits. Oh crap, we got an ambush.
From behind?
So that's how it's gonna be, huh?
What the hell? They're chasing after me to try and break the gauge, that's why.
Aerial assault! Shockwave swirl!
Yeah. Well, that's why I figured that.
Moron, know your enemy before you strike the...
Take your gauge breaking, cheating, and shove it. I love how the game just like randomly will say, okay, it's time to, you know, ambush you, even though you're not going to get ambushed for real. So you're not getting attacked from behind, and we're going to try and break your gauge. Hate that about this game, but I guess I have to do it because, you know, you can just... if the player's good enough and has the right skills, they could just literally almost keep the gauge the entire game, save for a few circumstances.
Moron, know your enemy before you strike strike the...
Still haven't gotten triple experience yet. And then they also added those enemies that pretty much are there only to break your gauge. Or I should say enemies with skills that are designed simply to break your gauge and only to break your gauge. So they have no other purpose really, other than doing that.
Too late for regrets.
It'd be nice to get the triple experience thing. Don't know what it's taking so long, but I guess it's normal because you have to get a few chains before you start getting the next one of the next 4 bonuses. So it's kind of annoying. Double full and increased recovery rate.
Shockwave swirl! Aerial assault! Shockwave swirl!
Too late for regrets.
Probably should heal.
Let's take them on.
Crap, I'm like right in the middle of there. Like, those are the kinds of attacks that will break your gauge. Somehow I landed on top of Fate when he was retreating, causing him to get stuck and causing my attack not to connect. See that guy? It's hilarious. There are definitely some physics issues with some of these attacks. The game, you know, in terms of the game physics engine, like that kind of stuff happening, or you getting knocked up and landing on top of an enemy and can't, not being able to get up from that and then getting killed because of that. Or having a juggling chain broken because an enemy lands on top of some land artifact.
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
Alright, Cliff leveled up again. You're seeing that more often compared to triple XP, though. That'll probably be the last thing we unlock at this rate. Time's 10 o'clock. Oh, that's fine.
Real fight!
Let's take them on.
Double slap! Aerial assault! Aerial assault! Shotgun blast!
Moron, know your enemy before you strike.
165. Wow. The game is trying everything it can to 1, break our gauge, and 2, not give us the triple XP bonus.
Looks like an even match. Aerial assault! Deep freeze! Air slash! Aerial assault! Destruction! Deep freeze! Shockwave swirl! Aerial assault! Away! It doesn't matter how many magnets you've got. I'll crush them all.
Vampiric Flash. So I think that skill might actually drain health and give it to Albal. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, absorb HP of enemies in the limited area. So that's going to be a short distance, obviously. What's the, it's a 6 CP, damn. You have to get rid of 2 of these to use it. Alright, let's see how that works. For him for now. Not good for HP right now. And triple XP, finally.
Double slap. Blade.
Oh, son of a... What the hell? The game wouldn't let me launch my attack. And then we get the gauge broken by this moron.
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
Damn it. Like I said, the game will try everything it can to break your frickin' gauge, eventually. Perfect example right there. Now, right after we unlock triple XP too. It's a bloody conspiracy. Now we gotta try and... First we gotta build the gauge up again, then we gotta get the triple XP unlocked again. Damn it.
Here I go!
Spear of might! Deep freeze! Spear of might! Shockwave swirl! Air flash! Spear of might!
Spear of Might is one of the better skills to build the gauge with, so... The other one being Fate's sidekick. Any skills that have lots of hits. Because you get a percentage of your gauge filled perfect, so...
Real fight! Power of fight!
Nice. All kinds of stun attacks going my way from me. One thing about these guys is that their fury gauges feel like nothing. And it's like Sonic the Hedgehog on speed, kind of fast filling. And ambushed.
Shockwave swirl! Deep freeze! Spear of might!
What the hell is Fake doing? He's like,
Shockwave swirl!
Oh, actually, he's trying to escape and he couldn't because he was stuck on me or something.
It's the straw.
Weird. I've seen the AI do that with Fate's character a bunch of times now. Likes to play at very long range. Probably should do some healing. Definitely do some MP healing on Albel though. Alright. I provided a decoy for Fate. Alright, let's get the gauge back pretty soon. Eldritch, what was it? Eldritch something stone? What the hell did we just pick up? Eldritch Firestone. HP damage, to enemies in a large area. So is it like a usable item? Special stone that explodes, damaging enemies. Interesting. Wonder if we could patent it.
Hey there, how's new?
Guess not. Wonder if we could like put that on a sword and like have it explode when it hits, like some sort of explosion damage. It'd be hilarious. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that item drop from him before.
Here I go!
I'm in the mood. Fire! Shockwave swirl! Shockwave swirl! Hero fight! Shockwave swirl! Just another word. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Well, we're still leveling slowly, but it's actually working now that we don't have the friggin' gutsy bunny on Elbel. God, it's so stupid that I forgot all about that. Makes perfect sense now when I got those guys were so friggin' powerful.
Real fine in the moves. Hammer of fate!
Actually, which one we just unlocked, we'll find out.
That was easy.
Oh, the least useful one, which is the healing. Of course. I can understand if it healed you like for 10 or 20% of your total health and MP, but it's like not even that. It's not even 1%. It's the most useless bonus in any of the SO games that have this bonus gauge system in them. I guess in 4, I think it's 4. You can actually, it's actually a little bit better. Now, so they're going to chase after me trying to break the gauge. At least that one is.
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
You can actually, you know, fill it up with a, it's like a chip-based one where you can actually have like a very large healing multiplier because you can have a bunch of those healing chips as part of your gauge. Same thing with all the other ones too. It's not like a specific set amount like in this.
Bring it on.
Oh, crap. Sure we dodged that.
I'm gonna pulverize you. Shotgun blast. It doesn't matter how many maggots you've got. I'll crush them all.
Alright, now I'll level up again. Now his MP is low. It's healing up. Cliff's gonna level up again. Getting close to 50 on Fate.
Real fine in the moves. Air slash.
They tried to break the gauge.
Shockwave swirl. Aerial assault. Aerial assault. Shockwave swirl. Lightning blast.
Too late for regrets.
It's just barely outside of its range. I have no doubt that if it had hit me, it would have broken the gauge again.
Real fine.
Let's take him on.
Aerial assault. Shockwave swirl.
yeah.
Machinery materials. Okay.
Here I go.
Aerial assault! Vampiric blast! Shockwave swirl! Aerial assault! Freeze! Air blast! Just a word.
Here I go.
I'm in the mood for some
Get a load of this.
Thank you very much, Elbow. Could have beat them off in one time, but
Devil slap! Stone rain! Hammer of might!
Too late for regrets.
okay. I thought we could get away with it. I'd bring Adre, Sophia, or Nell, or Maria, anybody else, any one of our other characters in to try and level them up. But I think that wouldn't work out so well.
Okay, bad situation.
Shockwave swirl!
Why is this guy chasing me for?
Devil slap! Aerial assault! Air slash! Aerial assault! Shockwave swirl! Hammer of Shockwave swirl!
Lucky that didn't break the gauge.
Aerial shockwave swirl!
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
So, no XP tripling yet. Forget if we already did this or not. We haven't, okay. That's what I thought. Symbology. Now, healing elbow.
Real fine in the mood for some
Oh my god.
shockwave swirl!
Okay, screw this. We're just gonna go to 6. This is ridiculous.
Spear of might! Shockwave swirl!
Fracking, gauge breaking
Shockwave!
axers.
That was easy.
I think our weapons are powerful enough. We have enough health and our levels are high enough that we can deal with it. Deal with 2 proclaimers at once now. Now we gotta find our way back out of here. Which isn't always the easiest thing in the world. This place is really screwed over. See, if I remember correctly, this should go where we want to go to. Yeah. Okay, good. It says there's like a free healing or something here, but not sure what it's actually talking about. Unless it means there's like a Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we'll save in case we get totally murdered at Styx, and so we don't lose all the progress we made so far. At the very least, we should be prepared for the next area. I want to be over-prepared though, so because the boss that you fight in the next area is a real pain in the arse. Not Robin Wing style PETA, but close. Off the stairs. Hopefully not to go down the river. Well, then again, if we do, we can always load the save. But so we'll first need to get out of this area because there aren't any enemies here. First I have to figure out where the exit actually is, because this map is really messed up. There's also empty space here and they do nothing with it. It's kind of ridiculous. But I guess since it's near the time gate, they don't want to put enemies. Alright, there we go. I think we're... Nope, it's not this way. Yeah, there we go. Still haven't seen the enforcers though.
Looks like more than the usual stuff. Let's give it our best shot. Shockwave swirl. Aerial assault. Shockwave swirl. Deep freeze. Aerial assault.
We got one of them. Oh, we got them both. Cool.
It's not the great who are
4,000.
It's the strong who are great.
That's... I guess it's okay. The full is pretty good, 9,800. Abel definitely takes the most damage though because he's lower level and everything goes with that. So no more cold soda. We're out of cold soda. Probably should do one more MP for Fate because he has some pretty good symbological skills coming up. So 77. We'll hold on to that for now. For Albel, yeah, we need to up his MP. He was getting way too close to getting MP killed a couple times. So that should be fine now. Well, at least we can actually take them out now. I think you always fight two of them.
Normally I wouldn't bother, but you've irked me.
Normally I wouldn't even bother doing it. Oh wow. Can we keep the gauge though? If we can keep the gauge, holy crap.
I I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
20,000 full.
That's it. I got it now. I'm the greatest.
Well, okay, not 20,000. 2,000 off of 20,000. Or 200 off of 20,000, but still, it's pretty much 20,000.
Looks like more than the usual skunk. Let's give it our best shot. Shotgun blast.
Well, that all got taken out. Not sure what hit him, but something did. Let's see. Oh, at least we're keeping the gauge. That's something. In and of itself, keeping the gauge against these guys. God. Running out of MP there pretty quick because there's a lot of MP damage flying around. Got blackberries for that, but those will only last so long. Oh, there's an executioner. Rear attack.
An attack from behind?
Okay, bad situation.
Shockwave swirl. Air slash. Freeze! Shockwave swirl. Aerial assault. Air slash. Aerial assault.
Moron, know your enemy before you strike the first blow.
Not quite. Well, actually more experience than the Proclaimers give you 2,000 each. Those guys give you 3,000 each. Though I think those guys have more critical attacks. I kept on hearing that high-pitched ding sound from that guy when he's hitting Fate and Abel. So where's the starting place at? Oh crap.
Here I go.
I'm in the mood for some violence.
Get a load of this.
Aerial assault.
Oh wow, nice.
Shotgun. That was easy.
Oh yeah.
Thought for sure we're gonna lose the gauge, but we didn't. How are we on health? Actually Cliff is kinda low. Unsurprisingly, since I took the friggin' explosion to the face when I was going down to nuke the guy. Trying to avoid these robot dudes because they're annoying and they're gonna have the destroyer type enemies. Or they fight Proclaimers at this point, so they seem to be... It's marginally easier to not get the gauge broken by them. I'm going to stay away from those guys for now.
Be careful.
Let's get it on.
Air slash. Shotgun. Blast. Vampiric blast. Aerial assault. Shockwave swirl. Aerial assault. Ouch. Air slash. Deep freeze.
Oh crap.
I won.
I wasn't alive for that win. Crap. Oh well. He probably, well, he wouldn't have leveled up. He would have gotten close though. So let's go ahead and revive him. That one's a little more sketchy. It's hard to get in there with aerial assault because of that, that attack they have. Basically is a complete defense, as well as offense. So it interrupts any attacks incoming and then does all kinds of MP damage to you. Which is what was shredding us before. Say MP damage.
Be careful.
Triple XP, here we go. Gotta get him. Ah, I knew how to get away from that, but that so sucks. It's got the it's triple XP again. And it's whenever we get the triple XP, things just go sideways. Oh crap! Things are going very sideways right now.
Someone help!
Oh. Damn.
No help here.
Alright, run these as perfect berries. Just so that Fate can stay alive for a bit longer. Okay, fresh sage. Crap.
Aerial assault!
Well, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna escape if we can. Come on, Cliff. Going away. Good. Screw that battle. There's actually a healing spot over here, isn't there? Yeah. We can use that. And I'm definitely gonna save because that was a little too close. Holy crap. And actually, that's perfect timing since it's actually 6 minutes over, so go ahead and stop for tonight. So thanks for tuning in or watching on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel if you're watching this on YouTube, and I will see you next time where we will it's like squeezing blood from a turnip trying to level up at these places, at least with the triple XP thing, because gauge breaks almost instantly. So I think we'll just continue on to the next series of story events, and once we get a few more levels, we can come back to either text or maybe do leveling for 211.